Hey guys, and welcome back once again, as this week we go to the third project in the series My Tiny Studio, where I get to take you behind the scenes with me and show you how I created these 7 compositions. Now, if you haven't had the opportunity to go and view video 1 and 2, namely Priscilla and then also Message in the Bottle, straight after this video would be a good time to go and check those out. If you're an aspiring photographer who's looking to take their photo art to beyond the next level, not to it, then you're in the right place. I trust that you're going to find this series of 7 videos both informative and inspiring. On the other hand, if you're an art collector looking to make a secure investment in some quirky art pieces, then I'm so glad that you stumbled across my YouTube channel. We need to talk. Now, this week's project is called Forbidden Fruit. Now, if you're a regular visitor to this channel, you don't really think that I've forgotten, do you? Why don't you just hit that pause button, go and grab yourself a glass of your favorite beverage, hurry on back, and we'll get straight into it. Having completed the 5-set series entitled The Awakening, in my new visual concept, namely the staging of physical objects together inside the confines of a cardboard box, I was suddenly at a loss as to how I was going to find inspiration for the next piece. It's no secret that all creatives go into this black hole from time to time, and I'm no different in this regard. Well, that didn't last very long. For less than 12 hours later, yeah, you guessed it, my muse once again woke me up just after 1:45 that very next morning and began to blast me with new creative ideas for my next challenge. In my sleepy state, I fumbled around for my cell phone and began to bash keywords into the Notes app so that I would not forget all these ideas that my muse was busy bestowing upon me. Apple, bonsai tree, railway line, ladders, and so the list went on. I find if I do this, then I can at least catch a few more hours of much needed shut-eye before the sun rises on a new day. The challenge, however, was that my muse had really confused me. I was left there with 2 very different visual concepts for this next project. On the one hand, I visualized the Garden of Eden scene, whilst on the other hand, I was considering a composition based on the Snakes and Ladders board game. I thought that this would be a nice extension of the first project, namely The Awakening, which was based on the awesome game of chess. But then, and quite unexpectedly, I decided to blend the 2 concepts together into one cohesive theme. And so the Forbidden Fruit composition started to take shape. Now, before we begin our journey, I want to explore with you a deeper look into my thought process and hidden messages contained in my compositions. It's no secret that music plays a very important role in my creative process, and to this end, you'll often find subtle references to songs and/or musicians in many of my works. These hidden references, of course, may only be more obvious to my immediate family as opposed to the general viewing public. Whilst my first project, The Awakening, was inspired by the musical Chess, there is also a very personal reference to Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven included in my Garden of Eden scene. I am reminded of our late son Jonathan, who almost managed to perfect this specific guitar piece before he himself sadly passed away and climbed that proverbial stairway to heaven. As always, each new project brings with it the requirement to go shopping, which in itself can be rather fun. Sourcing all the various bits and pieces or props for this project proved to be rather challenging. For example, I had to visit at least 5 different nurseries on a bitterly cold day before I found the right size bonsai tree. Then I had to go searching art supply stores for that wooden hand you'll see depicted in the scene. I eventually found the right size one, and then off to the crazy store to find some snakes. Not real ones, of course. On a side note, snakes and I don't mix very well, and I even got the creeps when handling these rubber ones. Lastly, off to the pet shop to buy some small parrot cage ladders to complete the concept. Preparation of the composition began with the painting of the backdrop for the scene on canvas. Let me now just admit that painting is not my strong point, but it turned out okay, I guess. I also had to assemble my Stairway to Heaven staircase and painstakingly paint that too, to ensure that it would blend into the scene. And so the final construction of my Garden of Eden started to take shape. This included the strategic time-consuming and positioning of those Christmas tree lights, and a bit of gardening as well as I positioned those 2 miniature bonsai trees. This was followed by the suspension of the ladders in their correct position, cutting the opening for the sky, and then the careful placement of those creepy reptiles. Also, not to forget, the proper securing of the wooden hand to ensure that it was able to hold that shiny red apple in place. And now, the exciting part. Snap and adjust the lighting. Snap again. Adjust the lighting. Snap again. This process went on for about an hour until I got the best capture to begin my post-processing in Lightroom. Once again, this was another extremely challenging project, but at the same time, very rewarding. It does, however, announce the arrival of a new and exciting direction that I will now be pursuing, as I call upon my muse to wake me up at 2:30 again with some new and exciting, creative, wacky ideas. I trust that you have found the making of Forbidden Fruit most informative and inspiring. I'm looking forward to sharing my next tiny studio project with you soon. USA-based art enthusiasts are invited to connect with me on Art Boya, where you are able to order exquisite curated prints of my photo art to showcase on your walls. Material choices include watercolor, canvas, acrylic and brush metal. Delivery is currently only available in the USA, but will also be distributed to other geographic regions soon. Likewise, South African-based art collectors are invited to connect with me on Digital Gallery, where you will be able to make a sound investment in one or more of the 100+ artworks currently on display in this gallery. Choose your preferred framing option, size, and confirm your online payment, and you will receive your ready-to-hang investment within 7 days, delivered right to your front door. And hey guys, do you want to learn how to create stunning digital art just like this? Why not take the plunge and register for the Sebastian Michaels Photoshop Artistry online course, just like I did some 5 years ago. You'll be able to find more detailed information in this regard in the show notes below. Now, if you found this video interesting, then you know what to do. Zap that subscribe button and ring that bell to make sure that you receive instant notification the very second I release my next YouTube video. Also, feel free to check out my show notes, where you can view more of my creativity located on my various social media links, including my PhotoArt by Athol website.